Postmodernism writing is reflected thoroughly in Ambush by Tim O'Brien and A Gift in Wartime by Trang Mon Tu. Figurative language is used in Ambush by Tim O'Brien throughout the story. The narrator talks about his time in the army. He uses flashbacks to look back onto the time that he spent fighting in the war. The figurative language is used when the narrator talks about the boy that he killed during the war and how the boy still haunts him today. According to Stephanie Scalar, disillusionment is a popular characteristic of the postmodernism writing. This is represented by the narrator's flashbacks and him thinking that he sees the boy he killed in combat. This is reflecting Tim O'Brien's life because this actually happened to him and he is writing about his own personal life experiences. Figurative language is also present in The Gift in Wartime by Trang Mon Tu. The girl talks about the boy that she loved and how he died in the army in this poem. She also uses flashbacks to represent the love and memories that she has with the boy that died in the army. She talks about how he will be with her every day of her life, kind of like Tim O'Brien in Ambush. He thinks that the boy is haunting him, whereas she thinks that her love will be with her every day. Both are examples of disillusionment in postmodernism writing because this does not really happen to them, they are only imagining it. The flashbacks that are used in these stories also represent postmodernism literature. Scalar says that rationalizing is another big characteristic of postmodernism writing. Both of these narrators in Ambush and A Gift in Wartime are trying to make sense of what has happened to them in the past. They are trying to rationalize the events that occurred and trying to make sense of it and figure out things that they need to find out for themselves. A Gift in Wartime, she's probably trying to make sense of what happened to the boy that she loved. And in Ambush, he is probably trying to make sense of what happened when he killed this boy and make it seem okay for himself to feel better. Both of the narrators in Ambush and A Gift in Wartime use these flashbacks in a very detailed way. They talk about the people that they were killed in the war. The narrator in Ambush killed a stranger and feels terribly bad about it, and he still feels haunted by it. Whereas, in A Gift in Wartime, the narrator's love has died in the war and she is grieving over her loss. These stories are very similar in content because they both talk about someone that they still feel a presence for that has died in the army. Whereas, the difference is the person that has died. In Ambush, it's a man that he killed, and in A Gift in Wartime, it's actually the girl's love. They are both very similar because they're both about the war. It does not mention what war, actually, but they're both quite similar in content, whereas not a whole lot of difference in theme. And yeah.